fact that I'm laying right here, right now in my bed is so surreal to me. You know why? Because I survived a kidnap attempt with my friends in Cartagena, Colombia.
The 3 girls who survived the attempted kidnapping in Colombia, I promise you, they literally only survived because they actually liked each other as friends. Go argue with your mom, not me.
Hey y'all, this is a scary story, a scary incident that happened to 3 ladies who traveled to Colombia and they almost got kidnapped. So these ladies has come out to narrate what actually happened and how they almost got kidnapped in Colombia. So if you're one of those who are planning to go on vacation in that country, then these are things that you should be aware of and take note of. Anyway, guys, let's go listen to what they had to say concerning all of this, and I will be back with my thoughts.
The fact that I'm laying right here, right now in my bed is so surreal to me. You know why? Because I survived a kidnap attempt with my friends in Cartagena, Colombia. Excuse my lashes, y'all. I keep crying. Like, this is something that's so traumatizing to me. And I just decided to share my story because I know so many people who travel and you never would think that it would be you. This is going to be a simplified version. I already told the full story on my Instagram, but I just wanted to share it on TikTok as well. So this should just be a shorter version. So me and my friends met up with a mutual friend that just so happened to be in Colombia. We decided to do a party bus tour. Once the party bus was over, they did leave with their private driver because they had a meal to go eat with their private chef. And we was just like, okay, well, we're going to go grab some food because the food at our resort was nasty. So we ended up going to Casa Palenque. Now, this is not like a random area. Tourists go here all the time. When I tell y'all, it's kind of like, I want to say like a Bourbon Street. I don't know if y'all ever been to New Orleans, but it's basically like a strip. Like, it's a lot of people out there. There's vendors. Like, it was a public place. So we ate. I had me a little hookah. My phone did get stolen, so I'm going to include as much pictures as I can, but I really don't have anything to show y'all. So once it was time to go, there's taxis, like, all over the place, like, you know, to take you home. If you go to Cartagena, Colombia, do not trust the yellow taxis whatsoever. The first taxi we went to was trying to charge us $50, and we was like, no, we don't want the $50. After that, we went with the second taxi, and it's crazy because he charged us $50 too, but we was just like, at that point, it was like, okay, honestly, if we keep trying, they're all going to charge us $50. We just wanted to get home. Our Airbnb, our hotel was about 30 minutes from where we were at in the city. So we was just like, okay, forget it. We're going to go ahead and take it. So we told him where we were going, and he said, okay. He never put in his GPS. We just took that as this is his city. I know my way around my city without a GPS, so that's why we didn't think anything of it. Come back for part 2.
All right, so I had to cut my birthday trip short in Colombia because the first night we was out there, we almost got kidnapped. Like, literally, y'all. This is real. This is not to shit on nobody's country, but don't go there as no black woman. They target young girls. Their ratio is 80 to 20 when it comes to male and female. Like, it just wasn't safe out there. So I gotta start from the whole beginning, and I don't want nobody telling me, oh, I've been there before, I never experienced that. Don't discredit what happened to me, and don't try to undermine that shit. I need therapy. This is very traumatic. What happened to us? So let's start with the delays. It was so many delays even trying to get to Colombia. If y'all watch my other stuff, we missed our first flight. Okay, cool. We were supposed to get to Colombia at 12 p.m. We didn't get to Colombia until 10:30 p.m. that same night. All right, so basically, like, our first full day, this happened to us. So I meet Kalia Denise. Y'all know her. That's my mutual out there. I said, oh, dang, she in Colombia, too. Let's link. So she said she going to have her driver pick us up. I took some pictures. That's where I could see those videos. This happened that day. Like, it happened literally our only day in Colombia. So we went on the party bus. We cool. We drinking their beers. We're talking. We're laughing and stuff. When we stopped to our first stop to the locals, they trying to sell us the green stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, we was thinking about purchasing, but it looked like the how it looked and the price of it. He was trying to like sell it to us. We was just like, nah, we don't need it that bad. We bought like a fan. We bought maracas and like a satchel or whatever. So this, like, after we got off the party bus, everything went haywire. So we got off the party bus. Khalil was like, do y'all need a oh, I forgot to add this part. When I told Kalia how many delays we had, she was like, oh girl, I would have went home. So now all of this, it was so many foreshadowing events that happened. When we told her we didn't want to ride with her driver anymore, because that's how we got to the city. Her driver took us. She has a personal driver. That's why she stayed in Colombia. When we got there, we was like, no, we'll just go by ourselves to the club, and then we'll just get a ride back. We'll take a yellow taxi. you're not supposed to take a yellow taxi out there. They tell you the locals will tell you that Uber is illegal because it doesn't give you tangible evidence on who they are and how to track them. So that's how we got into that's how that happened. My bad. Let me get my train of thought. Okay, so I left off at the taxi stuff, but I forgot to say, when they trying to sell us stuff, like, it was kind of overwhelming because it's a whole lot of men just trying to sell you this. They putting stuff in your hand. They trying to do this. They trying to do that. And in the midst of that, my friend, she had her money out, and it's like in a little envelope. And we was like, well, we don't want to flash like that, but she wasn't trying to. But it's still like, it's just, that's neither here nor there. We just wanted to add that, like, it was kind of overwhelming with the purchases and everything, and how they was just like trying to hound you. So, huh? Oh yeah, we had to pay to pee, and like it was just like nothing is free in Colombia. Like nothing is free. So we didn't like the food at our resort either. So when we decided to go to like a club, first we went to Taboo. When we went to Taboo, the vibes just wasn't there. Like a burger was like $38. We like, are they trying to? Like, okay, we're not trying. We just trying to go somewhere like cheaper. Like we thought, whatever. So when we go to Casa Palenque, that place that's always advertised in Colombia for being just so safe, cultural, and nice and stuff like that, we got the Casa Palenque. We went upstairs. We didn't like the food either up there. I think it's just a way of how they. I don't like the food. So when we got off for the taxis, we know not to go up to the equal people that's just trying to like take you. So well, not trying to take you, but like trying to just like accommodate you. I don't know. We just didn't go up to him. When he told us that it was 50, we was like, okay, never mind, we walking away. So he's watching us just walk away wherever we walking, and we ran into this man. Before we ran into this man, I hope I had a video when I get my phone. Like, you know how they be rapping to y'all? He was rapping to us, bate chocolate, and then I didn't want to buy, I didn't want to pay him for that because I'm trying to get my Uber. Like, you came up to me. And then even had it down to the cat calling, like, the eye mommy, the biting. They went in kisses and stuff like that. Like, it's just too, like, overly saturated with flirtation. I don't know. So when we got into the second one, it was a nice, handsome man. Like the one that did this to us, nice, handsome, young looking. Like he don't look like, but then again, you can't don't judge a book. So when we got in there, he told us it was 52. Like it was 50 as well. We was like, you know what? We probably not gonna get no cheaper because our hotel, we didn't know. We stayed at Dreams Caribana. It's in the cut. So when he told us 50, we got in. When we got in, my friends, we naturally just put on the GPS just to make sure that everybody going everywhere. We don't just do this only there. Like we always do that when we travel. So my friend in the back, she noticing that he keep like missing like small turns. He's still going the same, like the correct way in general, but like he's still missing them. And like after he'll miss 2 left turns, he'll make up for it in the next left. So she was she was getting sleepy, so her eyes getting heavy. She texted me because I'm in the front seat. She was like, Janae, put on your GPS. Usually I don't even listen like to her when I just be in the front. I be bobbing just on my phone. But like, just everything happening for a reason. So I put in the GPS. He missed his first 2 left turns, and then the next one, like I said, he made up for it. So I remember us on the freeway, and that's when I ran into the first red flag. Usually when we in another country, they always drive like fast, trying to get you where they gotta go because they're going back to where the money is, like where the meeting points are, because it's touristy. So he's driving slow behind this one van. I'm like, okay, I don't really think nothing of it. I'm getting off Instagram, but I still got the GPS on. And I'm seeing that he kind of like looking this way, but I'm looking at him too. And let me insert the messages. Hold on. Hold on. All right, y'all. So this is part 3 of us escaping attempted kidnapping. So I left off at us at the first red flag of him being like behind this other van, like driving slow, because the other countries that I've been in, they always drive like fast to get you where you gotta go. So I have the GPS still on my phone and stuff. We're on the freeway at this point. I'm about to show y'all the messages. So these are the messages right here. This is just normal paranoia for us just outside the country. We literally are not thinking nothing out the ordinary. The reason why I was comfortable with him like missing his turns, because I'm thinking like maybe he know his city, he know how to get there. So by the grace of God, I woke up, y'all. Let me rewind. So at first when we got in the car, he had the windows down. He rose them back. I rose some of mine up, and I noticed that he turned the air all the way on. So I'm getting cold. I'm guessing he thought we was drunk because when you cold, you're gonna go to sleep. So Maya was already asleep. My friend in the back seat. So I said Frio, like, because that's cold in Spanish. He didn't say nothing, so I just was moving the vents around. I'm wondering, like, he not playing on music, or at least trying to play on music, because our first taxi, he played the music and stuff like that. So let me fast forward. So when we was in the car, God woke me up, and I was like, nah, so you're supposed to be going this way, the U-turn, to get back to our hotel, because that's how it was set up. He was trying to get in the far right lane. I said no. He said, oh, okay. So when we get in the cut of the hotel, it's like we 5 minutes away from the hotel, y'all. So probably like, what, a mile and a half, 2 miles, something like that. So he said, your GPS? I said, yeah, my GPS, because I'm getting irritated. I feel like you're playing with me, but I'm still not thinking it's about to happen. So he was like, he said, your GPS again. So I put it in my left hand. I'm showing him like this. He take the phone, but not in a snatchy way. Like, he just took it like, oh, let me see. He's like, okay. He zoomed out. Now that I'm thinking about it, y'all, he zoomed out to see how far would we be from the hotel, and where could he try to do his attempt at. Okay, so he had it. He was just staring at it, zoomed out. I'm like, All right, so I held my hand out, like, get my phone. He gave my phone back, and then he got on his phone. He typed in the code to his phone. It was like 2 something. I'm looking at the code, but I can't really see because it was too many numbers. So he got on his phone. I think he went to, like, Safari or somewhere where his search was, typed in a few words, nothing too out the regular. He slid his phone back on top of the steering wheel, and then he tried to make a left turn, but like I said, he had the directions already. You already knew to go straight. So as soon as he tried to buck the left, I said, no sir, you going straight. You know where we're going here. You know where we're going. Okay, straight. The way this man threw his car in, like, literally a couple seconds later, he was like, okay, straight. I don't know. I think we passed over a speed bump, or since he was already, like, slowing down, trying to speed back up because I told him go straight. That's how it was, like, so comfortable and so convenient for him to hurry up and go in gear like that. So he went in gear, smooth as hell. Gear, in that same sentence, in that same breath, he took me and my friend phone. Like, he took mine with his left and hers with the right. And then he starts, like, lunging at her. So Lex didn't waste no time. And I'm glad that all of our fight or flight senses was on right then. We wasn't trying to give my phone, be scared or nothing. I really don't know what his end game was because, anyway, let me fast forward. So he took her phone. Boom. As soon as her phone relieved her hand, she punching. Now I start punching from the side because, mind you, he's lunging from the driver's seat to the back to my friend. So she, bitch, like, she punching him and stuff. And I'm punching him from the side. So then my friend wake up. She said, Maya, this whole ass, like, this nigga trying to kidnap us. So she's punching him. They both get like, he's getting punched by both of them in the back. When he comes to the front, and I'm punching him too. I'm punching him. And then he gets out the car. When he gets out the car, he kicks me, steel toe boot, like the way my hand is right here in my chest. Kicked the shit out of me, like this. And I felt it, but I didn't feel that as much as the impact because my adrenaline, I'm like, because I'm really shocked. So are you serious? Like, are you, what the, like, come on. Okay, but I don't have no time to, like, act like I'm shocked. We still, like, punching. So he closes the door, and then he tries to pull my friend out. And I got to come with a 4. All right, so I left out when he chest kicked me, and then he went to the back seat trying to grab Maya. So y'all know that Lex was already like, Maya, get up, this nigga trying to kidnap us. So he opened the door. He trying to pull Maya out the car. Lex is trying to pull him in. So I really thank God for Lex verbally telling all of us, like, what to do and how to navigate. I'm pretty sure we would have figured it out, but, like, just her instruction just helped. So she was thinking, in her mindset, she was telling us, like, either we gonna all be in this car and lock him out and try to drive off, like we said in the messages. I'm gonna post the other part too. And then she said, fuck, what'd I say? Pulling Maya out the car. I'm still in the front trying to work the stick. I don't know where the clutch is. I keep pushing the brake in the gear, but obviously it's a stick shift. So he realized that he can't go on that, like, he can't pull Maya out from the angle, like, from the back, the driver back door. So he goes on the passenger back door where Lex is at, trying to pull her out. Lex still fighting. We fighting. So now he pulled Lex out the car by her wig. So I'm looking for our phones and, like, trying to drive off, but I couldn't do it, so I'm punching him, like, anywhere I can. So now that Lex and him are by this door, he pulled her out the car by the wig, and and Maya trying to pull Lex in at this point. So now she pulling this way, and I'm guessing she pulled so hard that Maya and Lex was on top of each other. Like, Maya was at the end on the back driver, and then Lex was right here on top, and the man was on top of both of them. So that's how Lex started. That's why I did the hand movement like that. Lex was twisting that man nuts and biting his face, and I'm just jawing him. I'm like, Lord, please. I don't even remember my nails coming off. I don't recall any of that except this one coming off when I hit him with my right hand. But we were fighting for a long time, y'all. Like, we only saying what we remember, but it had to be way more other factors because we wore this man out. Like, he literally gave up. So when he's pulling us like that, I keep losing my train of thought. I'm sorry. He leave them alone. He get out the car now. He's coming back around from the back way to the front seat. So now they telling me, like, Janae, lock the door, try to drive off. I could not find the lock of it. So he tries to, we doing a struggle right here. Y'all, I literally Hulk smashed the door. Not that, but I'm pulling the door like this, and it breaks off. The whole interior part of the door breaks off. And I don't know, did we get, like, when he did that, when the door broke, did I get out the car? I think I got out the car.
The first time when you was playing tug of war with him,
yeah,
that's when we tried to drive off.
Yeah, but I couldn't. Yeah. So then I think, okay, yeah. After the door broke off, I went to the passenger side, and that's when I was trying to look for our phones. And he got out the car and was just fighting them two, and he's staring, like, he just doing he stopped and he stared, because I'm guessing thinking, like, this is not how I wanted it to go, and it definitely wasn't. Like, we was fighting for so long. I'm only like, anyway. So now I'm thinking, like, fuck, we at least need one phone. So Lex started running off. As she's running, I'm holding on to the car like this. I'm holding on to the passenger car as the door is open in a fetal position like this. He's driving, trying to brake check me. He drove for like 30 seconds, 30 miles an hour for like 5 seconds, and he broke. And I'm like, bitch, I ain't falling off. I'm in this hole. I'm like, bitch, I need my phone. And then we gave up. He started cussing at us. He get out the car. He throw Lex wig, like, out the car, and then he throws his piece of car that we broke off in the car, and then he tries to reverse, and then he's trying to turn around. So as he reverses, I'm thinking he's trying to hit me and I'm like, this bitch I think he's gonna try to hit us. But then he drives off. As he's driving off, he don't stop, like, no, he stops, and then Lex is all the way at, like, a little, she's like probably like 30 feet away from us because she was running, and she's telling us, y'all come on, we gotta run. She running, she praying, she repenting. And as she's running, we see these 3 motorcycles. One of them was security, and 2 was like other random people. We don't know who y'all are. We literally just running, screaming help. I'm screaming ayúdame and help, I mean in Spanish. And y'all, Lex tried to hide behind she tried to hide behind a pole, thinking that was gonna like help them not see her. Girl, they already saw us. We like, no, we don't want to talk to y'all. Fuck no, we running. So this the part 4. It's about to probably be the final one. No, I don't know yet. So one of y'all asked, was we just in the middle of the road and nobody helped? No, like we had like a long road until we got to the hotel. So that's what happened. Like it was pitch black. There really wasn't nobody else around except for like little worker spots and other hotels if we were lucky. So when we were running and we finally got out the car, we were running and we saw this man in a trailer. He had like his flashlight and like was waving, and it was like hello, speaking in Spanish, because I was saying ayúdame, but you can't help us. So we ran to this other hotel before we got to ours. We tell these security guards, we thought we was at our hotel. We didn't know we was still that far in the cut. It was literally a whole mile away. We only ran for a quarter mile. So when we got up there, they telling us calm down. We like, what y'all mean calm down? Like this just happened to us. Like I'm shaking, I can't even hold my hands straight like this. I'm showing them, they like looking at us like, why I ain't got no shoes on. We telling them we don't have no phone. Somebody asked where our phones at. They're still in Colombia. I'm gonna get to that too. I'm trying to get everything in this one thing. So what did I say? Okay, so he got the phone in our face and he's making us do Google Translate. He's telling us like, where do y'all stay? I said we stay in Dreams Caribana. Take us back to the hotel. But in the middle of us trying to stay sane, we still tripping because it literally just happened. So we crying. Then Lex get hysterical. She said, are y'all in on it? So now I'm thinking that's a real possibility. We looking around.
They started laughing at us.
Yeah, they started chuckling. Like they probably was laughing about something else.
I was like, what's funny? Like, what?
Yeah,
the
we
fuck
asking
is
like, what's funny? And then Maya, she getting hysterical too. She trying to sneak through the gate that's obviously locked. She trying to like squeeze her body. They're like, hey, don't do that. And we like, okay, don't trip out because Lex got a son. Like
they could have shot me in my back.
Yeah, but her whole mindset was thinking, well, if I get through their gate, I'm gonna go to somebody else's lobby so that lobby worker can help us. We thought they were in on it for a long time because they were talking in the microphone, but we didn't know what y'all were saying. Whole time they were talking to the hotel, so they asked us what room do we stay in. They was like, Dawn, they was telling me don't give them our room number. Hell nah. I'm thinking like it don't even matter because we're leaving tonight, like today, like seriously. So I lied and I told him a room number the next door over. I said 443. So they came back and they was like, who is Chantel? I said, oh fuck, okay, they know I lied. All right, so 442 is where we stay. I told them 442 is where we stay. Help us. So they said the hotel was coming to get us. And we like, when we not waiting? What you mean they coming? Like we gotta wait here? What do y'all mean wait here? Like I said, still speaking through the Google Translate. So he telling me, no, they coming right now. I said, okay. So when the car got here, it was an unmarked car. We looking like, hell no. Like I'm thinking, what, it can literally happen again. That's a real thing. People be in on it, acting like they just safety and trying to, yeah, cousin of a cousin. Like we don't know nothing about that. So we told the security guard that finally calmed us down. Like I even cried in his arms just a little bit. But I still forgot to tell y'all, I was giving so much things. I would literally have my hands up. I'm like, Lord, let us use the right discernment. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I almost dropped to my knees, but I didn't want to be dramatic. Well, no, that's not even dramatic, bitch. That's thankful, like literally. So I'm thanking God. Anyway, so we told the security man from the previous hotel, ride over there with us. I don't like how touchy he was. It was like, I guess trying to calm us down, but should know Colombian be touching me after y'all motherfucking people tried to get us. So he like, are y'all calm? Like reaching over like that. We like, man, like just whatever. So we seen the hotel in the distance. We like, okay, we cool. So when we get there, they trying to ask us what happened. We not talking to nobody. I'm crying. The people, they look so like sad in the face because they looking like them. Like they later on when we asked them, does this happen? They was like, not at this hotel, but it does. Like it's known for in Cartagena. We never knew that. So we rushed past them. We tell them a little bit of it, but we all going together because we don't have our phones. We go straight to our iPad. Luckily, all of us have iPads. So we calling our people. We crying. We hysterical. And then we go downstairs. We wait for the police to come. One of our friends was like, I really don't feel safe because like the hotel is open, and like I said, we don't know nothing. We're not trying to trust nothing. So we go back upstairs and they call us and tell us when the police here. The police, we had our tracker, like he turned our phones off, obviously. I'm about to show y'all that too. All right, so this is my phone, still is to this day. It was 12 minutes from the airport when I like last tracked it. So the police was asking us like, they said the Colombia law is different and we gotta like to be able to get him prosecuted, we gotta go there to self-identify him. I'm thinking they have a Sprinter van to pick us up in and stuff like that. I'm thinking it's just like a police car. Any police car doesn't have no doorknobs on the inside. Now we in a van, just our luck. Y'all take us to the address where it's the fucking cartel slaughterhouse. We open the door and then now we subject back to this bullshit. And then like I said, police be in on it, I don't care. Like in third world countries, they're known for the cartel running it, like the cartel running the government or the cartel being the government. So anyway, we was like, nah, we not doing that. You need to go find it. We can give y'all the coordinates and stuff in the WhatsApp so y'all can communicate with us, but we're not giving that. Then they asked to take our Maya iPad. Maya was like, well, it's the only device I got. Like, shit, like, we trying to find the other devices. We not doing that. His location changed like 5 times, though. The reason why we was saying no, because it's 40 minutes away from where we at. That's 40 minutes there, finding him, and then coming back. That's like a total probably of like 3 hours. We're not doing that. So when they finally drove, over there, and they called us when they got up there. They found 3 different taxis, and we was like, well, there's distinctive features. Like, the tent, it looked like the previous victim probably was trying to scratch the tent of the window. I broke the door. Maya phone is in there. All of our shoes are in there. Like, we literally was running bare feet in the streets of Colombia. Feet was black as hell. So they found one car. They didn't want to look through none of them because they didn't have probable cause, even though our phones are probable cause. So they go to this one man, and they was like, we're gonna call y'all back. We're gonna try to call the owner of the taxi and ask them could they unlock the door. If a person is a criminal, they're not gonna unlock it. And then we gave them a description. The person that they found was the exact opposite. We said he was Moreno. That mean dark, with a goatee, and he was young. They gave us an old, light-skinned, yellow-boned Colombian man with no facial hair, just old as shit. And then they had us. They had him keep moving the car to see if the GPS moved. We was like, y'all keep worrying about the car and the driver. If you find the missing features, you're gonna find the car. So obviously that wasn't the car anyway. So we left that alone. We was like, the police really weren't trying to help. They probably was just trying to do enough for us to get off their back. And in the same sense, we was like, in the same sense, they probably wasn't trying to be too helpful because, like, you're alive. That's already a blessing in itself, which you right. So our flight was at 1. I think this was at 3, 4 in the morning. At this point, nobody's going to sleep. Our parents keep checking in, keep praying on us, keep calling us and stuff like that. We ate breakfast and we went to the hotel. And we went to the airport, and that's basically it. I think I might need to make another one for like closing remarks and foreshadowing and shit.
Yeah.
But
we went
yeah.
to the airport. We found our phones. He put my phone in the lake.
Yeah, he threw my phone in the lake when we was my friend phone in the lake when we was still like checking our stuff, knowing that we ain't gonna go get it anyway. But mine was 12 minutes away at the city of Palenque at that monument that they stopped at, and hers was in the lake somewhere. And Lex couldn't track hers because she don't know her iCloud. But the last video, y'all don't really have to watch that. That's just like closing statements, foreshadowing, Kalia's thoughts, all of that, because it kind of tied in. Like, once you start thinking about everything, it's like, damn, all the signs were there. We are truly God's favorite, and we wore that nigga out. We was not going in or out, because my whole thing was, I'm not finna have survivor's remorse and tell my friend's story, oh, she fought a good fight, or oh, I couldn't save her. How would I look my friend's mothers in the eye and say some shit like that? So yeah, the fact that we was all drunk at the pool taking those pictures in our swimsuits, and then later on we had no desire to drink. Like, they gave us 2 bottles because it was an open bar on there, and then we also had like a Smirnoff and like the Colombian beers. After that, we didn't have no desire to drink. We wasn't even drunk. It's just a sign within itself. Also, when we were talking, like, we were just talking earlier about cutting people off, Lex was like, I'm about to start using my discernment more. I should have cut such and such off way like ahead of time. I thought that was pretty, like, just ironic and stuff. And then on top of that, we was talking about DV when we was at the Casa Palenque restaurant. We was like, I just can't see my friend get beat up. Like, if anybody touch y'all in front of me, I'm gonna go for what I know and do what I gotta do. And we were talking about how we just lead together, stay together. Like, it's just all so crazy that all of this happened before all of that happened. The naysayers are saying we made it up. I didn't do any of my excursions because we had to leave. Like, when I said tomorrow, I meant that day. Like, when we got all that stuff happened at 1 in the morning, a couple hours later we had to go paragliding, but we didn't do any of those things. As far as phones, we never got our phones back. We were on our iPads calling our parents, and then we all ordered phones like that same night so they could come when we got there. People that was trying to get on us for letting our friend go to sleep, we're thinking we're comfortable, not saying that she should have fallen asleep, but I didn't know she was sleeping, so I looked back just randomly and I see, oh, she's asleep. But I'm thinking, okay, we good, we got her, and we did have her. And I also, at first I got kind of sad and mad at myself because why the fuck didn't we wake her up? But then now I'm glad she fell asleep because he only saw us 2 as a threat. I'm thinking he probably thought that we were going to run away and then just let her be sleeping. And then by the time we get out and we out the car, she don't have time to wake up, maybe something like that. I also wanted to add, when I said God woke me up in the lick of time, I wasn't asleep in a deep sleep. I dozed off for literally 10 seconds. And when I did wake up, that's when I noticed that he was going the other way. I was never like sleep for longer than 10-15 seconds. I literally got sleep because I was cold, woke up, right time, God told me. I also don't think this was planned, because had it been planned, I feel like he would have had his ducks more in a row. When we were fighting, he had his phone in his hand for some of the parts, and I'm thinking if we would have let up just even for a little bit, he would have took his phone out and call backup and stuff like that. But the 3 motorcycles, that could have been a coincidence. But then again, why security riding on motorcycles at night? So maybe he did have it. I really don't know, but I didn't see him on his phone, for real. You might see us laughing, but none of this is funny, truly. And sometimes I even get survivor's remorse, like, damn, like, imagine if one girl was off point even a little bit and now she's not alive to tell the story or free to tell the story. Like, our parents call us every day. It would have been out the ordinary. Imagine what they had to go through. What if they didn't have enough funds to get to Colombia and try to look for their daughters? And then when they got to Colombia, where do you go from there? Because all of our phones, like, yeah.
The 3 girls who survived the attempted kidnapping in Colombia, I promise you, they literally only survived because they actually liked each other as friends. Go argue with your mom, not me. Let's just go through a couple of examples. Number 1, the girl sitting in the back had the GPS on the whole time, and when she saw, okay, the driver missed a couple of turns, this is getting a little bit suspicious, but she's also getting sleepy, she told the girl in the front over text, hey, can you put the GPS on your phone because he's missed a couple of turns and I'm getting really sleepy and I'm scared that I might fall asleep. Now, mind you, the girl literally said she wasn't feeling uncomfortable at first. She was scrolling on Instagram. But when her friend texted her that, she didn't argue with her. She didn't tell her friend she was overreacting. She stopped scrolling, inconvenienced herself, and put the GPS on her phone, literally because she actually liked her friend enough to do that so that her friend can have a peace of mind, which ultimately ended up saving their lives at the end of this. I've always said, if you don't love me like a sister, we don't need to be traveling internationally together, period. I say this because when the kidnapper lunged at the first girl in the back, right, your fight or flight kicks in. Imagine if that's your little sister in that car when a kidnapper grabs her. Are you running away and saving yourself, or are you staying to fight because you love your sister enough? The answer is you're staying to fight. The other 2 girls could have easily ran away, but no, they stayed, and they liked their friend enough to risk their lives to fight the kidnapper, so all 3 of them got away, not just 2 of them. Now, mind you, during the fight, the kidnapper ends up kicking the girl in the front with his steel toe boot right in the chest, okay? And at this point, the car is stopped. The girl could have been like, you know what? I'm just going to cut my losses and run at this point because the kidnapper is holding on to the girl in the back. But no, they don't do that. Every single time the kidnapper went for one of the girls, they all 3 stayed to fight. They didn't say, oh, you know what? He doesn't have me. I'm going to go run. No, they said, we're all in this together and we're all getting out of this together. This is why I say sisterhood is the standard when you're literally traveling outside of the country, because you're not going to risk your life and fight for someone you just consider a regular friend. But you will risk your life and stay to fight if it's someone that you consider a family member or a sister. And like, even in their story time, they said that the kidnapper was trying to grab one of them by the legs and pull them out the car, but there was one friend pulling back and another friend like kicking so that, you know, he gets off of them. And it's like, you know, they really fought for each other to get out of there. Like, that's real sisterhood. Like, their nails were popped off. Like, you know, they really fought this man off and they were not gonna let him have any of them. Like, be so for real. Some of your friends already show you their true colors when, let's say, you guys go out to a club, go out to a bar, and let's say one of the nights you had a little too much to drink, and they won't even take care of you then. And these are the same girls y'all go on international trips with and expect them in situations like this to pick fight instead of flight. Be for real. Those girls are true examples of when we go somewhere together, we coming back together. Not -1, all together. And that's what happens when you actually like your friend. Unpopular opinion, I hate to say it, but the girl who went missing in DR, her friends do need to be held accountable, because not only did y'all know this girl was throwing up and intoxicated, but you let her walk away with a random man she never met. You never made sure that she was okay the next morning, knowing that y'all took her wallet and her phone with you. On top of that, y'all went on an excursion the next day, not making sure if your friend made it home safe or not. That's crazy to me, and you need to be held accountable for that. I don't care how much my friend wants to stay. She will leave there kicking and screaming, because if I'm alert enough to know that I need to take her wallet and her phone, something that's valuable, then I am alert enough to know that I need to take the most valuable thing of all that can't be replaced. Her. The fact of the matter is, you need to care and love about your friends before you go on an international vacation with them.
Notice how all 3 of those girls that went on that Colombia trip mentioned God. They picked the real and the right friends to go on that trip for that to happen, so honestly. And I'm glad all 3 of them made it out so they could be able to tell their story and give everybody awareness, because I'm afraid if that was to be any other set of friends, one of them was not going to make it out. And it would have been a traumatic ass story coming up on TikTok that we would have been hearing. For real, for real. That's why I just feel like I'm not on a point where I'm ready to go on a trip with anybody. I can't do no girls group trip. We got to test out the lounges, go out on certain dates in our neighborhood, maybe on a road trip, not even a road trip, because I fear things like that. Like, for real, I feel like Nowadays, you don't run into genuine friends who are gonna make sure y'all make it out alive. Like, it's every man for himself, especially living in New York. I was probably the only friend that was making sure I'm putting my life on the line so everybody makes it home safe. I've been through multiple situations where, yeah, it was times like that. And but you really gotta have friends that's on the same mindset as you, believe in God, and just really just got the same intentions, because those girls went out there, it's like God set in stone and let them know that that was coming their way, honestly. And they was prepared for it. They wasn't prepared for it, but they honestly made it out alive. Like,
the 3 girls that survived Cartagena, I'm telling you, they're gonna have to go to therapy after this, because the trauma, they literally fought for their life. Literally. I had plans to go to Cartagena myself with my mom. It was supposed to be a girls trip, period. My mom is that girl. But we had to cancel. We were like, no. They probably have like a whole ring and everything, and we just weren't going to risk it, so we canceled the trip. But kudos to you. Have the best time ever. I'm just, I can't. I needed to like calm down. And it's so crazy because like that whole situation that happened with the girl in Punta Cana, how her friends left her, y'all, guys, who is your friend? Who's your friend? My friends would never. There's no girl left behind. This is not a drill. Like, literally, like, what is going on? You guys need to stop being friends with people for the pictures. You need people in your corner. It's literally a matter of life and death. Why are you guys traveling with people that you don't trust? Look at what happened to, what was her name? Jenkins, the girl in Mexico. You see what I'm saying? What is going on? Guys, you don't travel with just anybody. And honestly, I know this sounds really bad, but if you can't afford to travel, don't travel. That whole 4 girls to a room thing, like, I'd rather be safe. I don't care. I am going to be safe. I'm all about the experience, but y'all, you guys are, you don't care. You saw the girl, the trip to Aspen? What is up with y'all girls' trips? Guys, please be careful.
I don't know what's going on in Colombia, Cartagena, or however the fuck you say it. But I feel like I'm good. I'm cool. I just been hearing too many stories about black women getting kidnapped and too much negative energy going on over there. At this point, I don't even want to go out the country. Like, I'm cool with going to the locals. Miami don't sound too bad. And I done been there 3 times and it don't sound too bad.
I just finished watching the videos of those 3 women who escaped a kidnapping together in Cartagena, and I am like traumatized just by hearing those stories. So like, God bless them for protecting each other and getting out of that situation. But I'm like thinking about my friends, like the ones that I travel with, and I'm like, we would be in that same type of fight together. And like, it really just goes to show, like, you really gotta be selective with who you travel with. You can't travel with people who can't hold their liquor. You can't travel with people who just are always a shit show and lose their stuff. And like, if any of them was too drunk to run, oh my God. I'm like, honestly, it's terrifying. It's really terrifying to be a woman in this world. And like, it's so obvious that the police in certain places like are not there to help you, and you got to really have discernment. You got to have discernment. And I'm almost shaking because I feel their fear. And the picture of the I think her name is Janae, her nails like broken off like that, like it's like, you could tell like this shit was like 12 hours ago. So if you don't see their videos before mine, you'll find it. It's just oh my gosh, God bless them, and just be safe out there while you're traveling. Like, they're so right. And they had a travel agent too, so it's like, yeah, place might look cool on Instagram, but you know, just because your friend went doesn't mean that like you're gonna have the same trip as them, or whatever. So just be safe out there. Listen to the locals that tell you what's safe, what's not safe. And some places are just meant to be admired from afar. You don't gotta go. I hope for their healing, because I'm just traumatized listening to their stories. So, damn.
Kidnap attempt in Cartagena, Colombia. So people told us that the Ubers was illegal. That is
I didn't like how people was coming for this girl like she was just making that up, because she wasn't. I went to Colombia in 2017. I went to Bogota, Colombia, so a different city, but same country. When I got there, I was told Ubers was illegal as well. And the way that I was told was I was actually in an Uber on the way out of the airport, and the police stopped us. The police stopped us, got us out the car, and was like, "What are you guys doing? How did you order this?" Mind you, Colombia is not a country that majority people speak English. It's a very, very Spanish speaking country. It's not like if you go to Mexico where almost everybody speak English, or if you go to the Dominican Republic. It is literally mainly Spanish. And I'm not fluent in Spanish. I could understand it some, but I'm not fluent in Spanish. So I was literally like scared, because I'm like, are they going to take us to jail? They did manage to tell us that Uber is illegal. We cannot use Uber in Colombia. We had to use taxis. They got all of our stuff out of that man's car. They took his car and they towed it, and they made us get in a yellow taxi. So she's not lying about what she went through or what she was told. I'm glad that they made it back safely, because that is some scary shit.
Yeah, all this was crazy. Listening to these stories, I mean, it was actually very traumatic, and I truly hope they get over it. But thank God that they survived, because what would have happened? And thank God they stuck together. And that is what friendship should be about. You really should look out for friends that genuinely have your interest at heart, because we heard of friends who went on vacation and one person got unalived in the process, and they all kept giving stories and yada yada yada, and no one knows what actually happened to that individual. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts concerning this? Would you be traveling to that country, or it's a no for you? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.